We've made it. It's the final home game of the 2024 regular season for the Evansville Otters. Oh, what a roller coaster it's been, but they have a chance here today to take down the Gateway Grizzlies and win the series to close out the games here at Bosse Field with a win, and it's a gorgeous day for baseball here in Evansville, Indiana. Greetings and salutations, everybody. Kyle Chandler joining you for the pregame show, and Evansville has put together a nice homestand so far, trying to close it out with one more win. The Otters taking 2 out of 3 games against the Florence Yalls last weekend. They followed it up with a series sweep of the Windy City Thunderbolts. So currently 6-2 during this homestand in Evansville. It has been led by pitching, a .321 team ERA throughout these 8 games, and it's hard to beat. And yesterday they had more good starting pitching from Casey Delgado, but unfortunately for Evansville, it was the bullpen that got the best of them, and they allowed the final 4 runs of the game. Gateway able to score 1 in the 7th, 2 in the 9th to tie the game at 3, and then in extra innings, Gateway putting together a run and holding Evansville off the board in extras. So Gateway able to come away with the win to even the series last night, but back on Friday night, it was a good 6-4 victory for Evansville, and they had the bats going, so they'll try to figure things out. They have a tough starter to go up against here today, and we'll get to the starting pitching matchup in just a couple of minutes. 89 degrees, sunny skies, our wind blowing out toward left field. So another hot one here at Bosse Field, but hey, it's been like that all summer, and we wouldn't want it any other way for this final home game. After this, the Evansville Otters will hit the road for 5. They will play Schaumburg next week for 3, and then they will play Windy City in the final 2 matchups of the year next Friday and Saturday, and then that's it. After that, we're done, and 2024 will come to a close. It is a sad moment here at Bosse Field, but we don't have to get into any of that yet because we still have one more full game to go, and we'll see what the Otters can do here this afternoon. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Gateway Grizzlies, they are 55-33 on the season, led by manager Steve Brook. Gabe Holt, the second baseman, leads it off. Victor Castillo out in left field bats second. Batting third, and the designated hitter Peter Zimmerman, and it's DJ Stewart out at third. He cleans things up. Batting fifth, back behind the plate, Kevin Krause. Dale Thomas, the shortstop, bats sixth. Kyle Goodell out at first base, batting seventh. Cole Brandon, the center fielder, bats eighth, and Edwin Mateo, the right fielder, batting ninth. Let's flip the book over and take a look at the starting lineup for the Evansville Otters, led by manager Andy McCauley. The Otters are 41-49 this season. David Mendham will lead it off. He plays first base. Gary Mattis, the right fielder, bats second. Batting third, the designated hitter, Paven Parks. And cleaning things up out in left field, it's Mason White. Delvin Zinn, the shortstop, bats fifth. Batting sixth and playing the hot corner, that's J.J. Cruz. Amani Larry over at second base, he bats seventh. Batting eighth and doing the catching here tonight, Justin Felix. And it is Clayton Keys back out in center field once again. And Keys has been an impactful player in his young Otters tenure, so he'll look to keep things going. Batting ninth and again playing out in center. Starting pitching matchups here this afternoon. For the Evansville Otters, it'll be right-hander Zach Smith. Smith, 7-6 this year. This is appearance 19 and start 19 for him. And he has 104 1/3 prior innings of work with a .328 ERA. For the Gateway Grizzlies, they will hoist up Colin Sullivan on the mound. And Sullivan 8-5, 18 appearances with the one here this afternoon, all in starts, 97 prior innings, and a .371 ERA. Should be a good one, and we'll see what comes of it. We'll take a step aside here on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network. When we come back, we'll have the national anthem, followed by today's first pitch. Otters baseball, don't go anywhere, coming up right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please rise and remove your caps as we honor America's freedom, those who now protect it, and pay tribute to those who have made the ultimate sacrifice for the singing of our national anthem, presented by Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield, performed this afternoon by Madison Lowe.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, Madison Lowe with our...
It's that time of the day again. Otters baseball coming your way here on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network. So happy you could join us for this Sunday matinee, the final home game of the 2024 season for Evansville, and they have a chance to pick up a series win here in the rubber match against the Gateway Grizzlies. Here at historic Bosse Field in Evansville, Indiana, the ballpark dimensions are as followed. 315 to the right and left field lines, 375 out in the right and left center alleys, and to 400, it is dead center. Calling our balls and strikes, home plate umpire Matt Beaver. Over at first base, it is Justin Franz, and our third base umpire is Darnell Ray. Evansville dropping the game yesterday by a final score of 4-3, but they won the series opener 6-4 on Friday. They're 41 and 49. Gateway 55 and 33. Right-hander Zach Smith on the mound, 104 and 1/3 innings of work, a 3.28 ERA, 7-6 win-loss. His 19th appearance, all in starts this afternoon. He will go up against Gabe Holt, the leadoff hitter, and Holt back in the order after missing the last two games. And Holt batting left-handed. Smith working on the first base side of the mound. From the set, he deals from the stretch, and it's a foul ball hit out toward the left field line. A long run over there for Mason White. Can't get it as it lands in the Gateway bullpen, and we're underway here at 12:36 p.m. The Otters have a chance to close out this season, at least here at home, with a win, and they've been playing some good baseball recently. Over this homestand, they are 6-2. Smith at the set. The right-hander deals. And this is blooped the opposite way. Foul and out of play. And it's quickly 0-2 to Holt. Holt batting .326 on the year. 2 homers, 36 RBI, and 44 runs scored. Smith ready at the belly. He deals. Breaking ball misses outside. Smith has been the guy for Evansville this season, and he has led this pitching staff in numerous ways. His 1-2 is fisted foul to the left side. Count remains. Smith, the opening day starter against Windy City, all the way back on May 9. Went 6 innings, 77 pitches, just a run, and you knew it was going to be a good season for Zach whenever he came out the way he did and pitched against the Thunderbolts, shutting them down. There's really only been 1 or 2 quote-unquote bad starts for Zach Smith this year. The 1-2 pitch. Here's a grounder hit to the first base side, taken by the second baseman. Larry, and his throw is high. Mattis, or rather Mendham, had to leap for it, and he couldn't get it, backed up by the catcher, Justin Felix. We'll see if that's an error or a base hit. Make it an E4.
Batting second and left field.
And that's how the ball game starts for Evansville. Well, yesterday it was a disappointing loss for this club, but it was a reminder as to why, unfortunately, the Otters will not make the playoffs this year. They are out officially. Here's Victor Castillo. Right on left matchup. Smith's pitch is a fastball off the outside corner, and it's 1-0. Evansville had its 6-game win streak snapped yesterday, also knocked out of the playoff race. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. And the Otters, with the loss yesterday, will now officially have a losing season when this thing is all said and done. Even if they win the remaining games this year. The 1-1. And it's right down the middle, taken for a strike by Castillo. 1-2 the count now. But doesn't have to be all bad. That offers the opportunity for Evansville to just go out and play some loose baseball. Something that we have seen more and more of since the second half of the season. Here comes the 1-2 from Smith. Breaking ball just a little bit outside. Make it a 2-2 count now to Castillo. The set. Here comes the pitch. Fastball misses a little bit in, and it's 3-2. Infield at double play depth. And outfield playing medium deep. Here comes the payoff. First a throw to the bag, and back in safely is Holt. This Gateway team trying to lock down the number 2 seed, and either a win here today or a Lake Erie loss the rest of the year will secure that number 2 seed. So unless Gateway loses out, they pretty much have home field playoff advantage, at least for the first round, not locked up. The pitch is swung on and hit foul out of play to the left side. We'll have another 3-2.
Brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best. Never regret it.
A hot one here at the ballpark today. 89 degrees, sunny skies. The pitch is tapped foul to the first base side. Castillo stays alive, and we'll have another 3-2. Evansville rocking their all whites in the final home game of the season. Blue Otters across the chest, blue numbers on the back. Gateway in their light blue tops. With the Grizzlies written across the chest, gray pants. The pitch, and it's lined back to the screen. Wow, this is turning out to be a lengthy at-bat here. Pitch number 8 coming up between Castillo and Smith. Zach offers a 4-seam fastball, 2-seam fastball, cutter, slider, change. He comes home. Breaking ball lifted down the left field line. Slicing, but it stays fair, and it's going to roll into the corner. Picked up by White. He throws it back in, but it's going to be a double for Castillo. Runners on second and third now. Nobody out here in the first inning. An early error from the Otters defense, putting 2 runners in scoring position. Now batting, here's Peter Zimmerman. Hits from the right side, 1 for 5 in the series, a couple of runs and a walk. Smith at the set from the stretch deals. And his first pitch misses just a little bit upstairs. Now the 1-0. And it's a breaking ball, drops in for a strike to even the count. Zimmerman hitting .296 this season. He's got 20 home runs, 60 RBI. Currently in a tie for second in that home run department. He lifts a fly ball out toward right field. Charging in, Mattis makes the catch. Tagging for home is Holt, and he will beat the throw, pulls Felix up the third base line. Gateway with an early 1-0 advantage.
Batting fourth, the third base, 12.
That's an
TJ
unearned run.
Stewart.
And this inning should have 2 outs, but instead it's a sacrifice fly from Zimmerman for the first out. And now coming to bat, it's TJ Stewart. Runner on second. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in for strike 1. Smith has had to work already here in the opening inning. 17 pitches. Now the 0-1. Hit foul back to the screen. The Otters will have off tomorrow, and on Tuesday morning, they will make the 5-hour bus ride, maybe 6, up to Chicago. And they'll spend the week there. The 0-2 delivery. Swing and a tip into the glove of Felix. He holds on. Great squeeze by the catcher. And there are 2 outs here in this first inning.
Batting fifth and catching.
Here comes Kevin Krause to the plate. Defensive order for Evansville. J.J. Cruz at third, Delvin Zinn at second. Delvin Zinn at short, Amani Larry at second, David Mendham at first. Mason White in left, Clayton Keys the center fielder, and Gary Madison right. Justin Felix behind the plate. Here's Zach Smith's pitch. Breaking ball, strike 1. Smith has filled up the zone in the early going, but dealing with that error, he's given up 1 unearned run. The pitch. Bouncing ball, nice block by Felix. 1-1 the count. Krause batting right-handed. Smith comes to the set. 3 seconds on the pitch clock. Gets it off with 1. And it's on the inside corner, a strike. Make it a 1-2 count. Krause batting .253 on the year. 9 homers, 40 RBI. And the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, tipped foul. We'll do it again. Third base side. The Otters on this homestand, a .321 pitching ERA. They have given up 32 runs, 26 earned. The 1-2. Check swing. He did not go around, says Justin Franz, the first base umpire. Really close from Krause. Just held up in time, and we'll do it at 2-2. The deuces are wild. Smith, in his last time out, pitched against Windy City earlier in the homestand, gave up 3 runs, 2 earned in 6 innings. He deals. Fastball high and in near the armpits of Kevin Krause. He gets out of the way, and the count is full. Smith sets, a look to second, the payoff. Swung on, lifted in the air, out towards shallow center. Moving toward the gap, it's Keys out in right center, makes the catch, the inning is over. Gateway jumps on the board first, an unearned run on the air, and they lead it 1-0 on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network. Home half of the first inning, Gateway with a 1-0 lead over Evansville. Colin Sullivan taking over on the mound for Gateway in the series finale. Sullivan 8-5 this year. This is his 18th appearance. Sullivan starts 97 innings and a .371 ERA. He will face David Mendham as the leadoff hitter. From the stretch, the kick and the pitch, a fastball misses high, 92 miles an hour, and the count is 1-0. So we have some more information about the radar gun here at Bosse Field. The pitch, ground ball hit to the first base side. Scoots under the glove of Goodell on a wicked hop. And that's got to go down as a base hit for Mendham. Would have been a routine play with a friendly bounce to the first baseman, but
The right fielder, number 23,
that one
Gary Mattis.
hit the lip of the grass and stayed down the whole time. So now coming to the plate, it's Gary Mattis. And about that radar gun, there are typically 2 miles per hour reads. First pitch misses upstairs. And the first read is more accurate than the second one. At the set, the 1-0 from Sullivan. Another heater upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. But even that first one, still usually a couple miles per hour off. The right-hander sets and deals. Mattis takes on the inside corner a strike, and the count is 2-1. Sullivan, a 4-seam fastball, slider, and a changeup. His 2-1 delivery. fastball high. Well, that time it only flashed 81. That was not 81 miles an hour. That slider from Sullivan also can act as a cut fastball. The pitch, fastball high, and it's a 5-pitch walk. So the Otters have him on first and second. Nobody out here in this first inning. And coming to bat now, it's Paven Parks. Parks, the designated hitter. Not seeing time in the field today, but his bat way too valuable to take him out of the lineup completely. Sullivan does throw that slider pretty hard, usually into the low to mid 80s. His first pitch on the way, and Parks takes that slider slash cutter on the inside corner, a strike. It's 0-1. Sullivan, a good pitcher for Gateway. He's been with the club multiple seasons. He deals, swing from Parks. Couldn't fully commit to a high fastball. And the count is 0-2. And Sullivan last year set the Gateway single season strikeout record. That was before Miley this season broke Sullivan's old marker. So Sullivan knows how to get guys out. And the 0-2 is looked at on the outside corner, called strike 3. That's number 1 this afternoon. And that's the first out in the bottom of the first inning. Gateway leading it 1-0. And coming to bat now, it's Mason White. White 0 for his last 14 at the plate, trying to snap a 5-game hitless streak. Bats from the left side, and the pitch. He fouls it away to the left side, out of play.
Hey, Manny, that overhead foul ball is brought to you by Heads
White's last hit
Choose the best.
came back on
Never
August
regret.
13 against the Schaumburg Boomers. Almost 2 weeks ago. Sullivan at the set. A look to second. The pitch. Swing and a miss. White chased after one low. Mason batting .245 this season. 4 homers, 35 RBI, and 27 runs scored. The 0-2 pitch to him. Swung on, lifted in the air to center. Shallow, charging in is Brandon. Long run, can't get there, and this bounces right in front of his mitt. It's a base hit for Mason White. Second knock of the inning, and the bases are loaded with everybody moving up 90 feet.
Batting fifth, the shortstop.
Some early trouble for Colin Sullivan. 13 pitches in, and the Otters have a chance to tie the game. Now coming to the plate, Delvin Zinn, the shortstop. .236 batting mark this season. 1 homer, 12 RBI. Infield playing back, outfield playing medium deep. Now the pitch. And Zinn fouls it away, 0-1.
That overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads
Delvin,
Construction. Choose the
an
best.
even longer
Never
hitless streak
regret.
than White. He's had 6 games without a hit. 0 for 3 yesterday, and trying to snap an 0 for 20 streak. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, ripped out toward deep center field, backing up Brandon. It's playable, makes the catch, tagging for home, Mendham. Up to third is Mattis, and everybody's safe. The Otters tie the game. A sacrifice RBI fly from Delvin Zinn, and it is a 1-1 score.
Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 28.
So Zinn out number 2,
J.J. Cruz.
and now coming to bat, it's J.J. Cruz. Runners at the corners. And the Otters trying to take the lead. Righty on lefty matchup. Here comes the first pitch from Sullivan. Fastball misses high and away, and the count is 1-0. Cruz 1 for 4 in this series. Had a base hit yesterday. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Thinking back to the contest yesterday, Evansville jumped ahead early. 2 runs in the first inning, added another in the 5th. Gateway plated their first run in the 7th and then tied the game in the 9th. With 2 runs coming in to score, they took the lead in the 10th inning, and then in the final frame for Evansville in extras, they could not score. Trying to get a lead here today and keep it. Now the 1-1. Cruz swings and misses a breaking ball. 78 miles an hour from Sullivan, and the count is 1-2. Cruz from the northern side of California. The 1-2. And it's lined out towards second. On a bounce taken by Holt. He gloves and throws to first. The inning is over. Evansville gets the run back. We're all square at 1 after 1 here on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network. Gateway comes to bat after this. Top of the second inning, 1-1 the score between Evansville and Gateway. The right-hander Zach Smith on the mound, and his pitch to Dale Thomas in there for a strike. The count is 0-1. 26 pitches in that first inning for Smith. 19 strikes. Now the 0-1. At the knees, taken by Thomas, and the count is 0-2. Thomas has had a nice series so far against Evansville. 5 for 10, a home run, 3 RBI, 2 runs, and a stolen base. Small crowd today here at the ballpark in the final home game of the year, the 0-2. Breaking ball, and Thomas went too far around on the check swing. 3 pitches and the second strikeout of the game notched by Smith. He's got an early out. Second inning, 1-1 the score, and coming to bat now, it's Kyle Goodell. Goodell batting right-handed, a 175 average this year. First pitch to him. Looked at. Didn't miss by much. Maybe a touch low. And Justin Felix signaling that that pitch was in. Just off the corner. Smith sets and deals. And it's a breaking ball. Touches the zone for a strike. Smith ready. The pitch. Breaking ball, bounces in, blocked by Felix. Goodell 1 for 8 with 3 strikeouts against Evansville. Both of these teams have had hot months of August. Both of these teams trying to finish strong. Now the 2-1 delivery. Fastball in. For Evansville, this has been by far and away their best month of the year. And the Otters with a 14-8 overall record. The 3-1. Fastball high, ball 4.
Batting eighth. In center field.
That'll
5,
send up
Cole
Cole Brannon, the center fielder. Goodell down to first. Really calm day here at the ballpark. And it's definitely a different vibe than what we've had the last couple of days. We had some massive crowds Thursday, Friday, and yesterday was a good size too. First pitch swinging for Brannon, pops it up, foul out of play. 0-1 the
guess
count.
what? An overhead foul ball. Your favorite, brought to you by Heads Construction.
Here this
Choose
month,
the best. Never regret
the
it.
Otters' offense hasn't really been great, but their pitching has led them to their success. The 0-1 pitch. Misses inside and low. The Otters, although their average has not been great, still with a 733 OPS. And that's because they have 16 homers this month and 115 RBI. Brannon swings and misses. 1-2 the count now. But really, again, it's been the pitching staff, and they've been led by the bullpen primarily. The 1-2 offering from Smith. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 3 on the afternoon. He sets down Brannon. 2 gone here in the second. 1-1 the score. And coming up to bat now, it's Edwin Mateo, the right fielder. Guys like Griff Hughes, Chip Korbacher, Alex Valdez, Michael McAveen, all leading the pen for Evansville. First pitch swinging for Mateo, hits one to the left center alley. Ranging over Keys, he's got room, puts it away, and Smith faces 4 here in the second. No damage done from Gateway, a runner stranded. We'll take it to the bottom of the frame. Your score, 1-1 with Evansville coming to bat. Amani Larry coming to bat now for Evansville. 1-1 the score, bottom of the second. And Colin Sullivan, his first pitch is pop foul back behind the screen. Out of play, 0-1. Sullivan, the Grizzlies starter, gave up 1 run in the first inning. The Otters able to walk away with a couple of hits, 1 walk, a sacrifice RBI fly, and able to tie the game after giving up 1 run in the top of the first. Here's the pitch. Larry tips it foul back to the screen. It's quickly 0-2. Sullivan, the right-hander, sets on the third base side of the mound. The pitch. Breaking ball misses downstairs. And the count is 1-2. Larry batting .261 on the year. 2 RBI, 2 runs scored. Sullivan at the set, deals. And this is lined back to the screen. We'll do it again at 1-2. Sullivan, his last time out, went 7 innings against Florence. That was a 5-2 win at home. Gave up a couple of runs, just 2 hits. Had a no-hitter going into that 7th inning. The 1-2 pitch misses upstairs. And for Sullivan, he didn't really know if he was going to come back this year. Right before the season started, was still unsure, the 2-2. And this is ripped out toward third, snatched up by Stewart. And he makes the throw to first, 1 out. But a really cool story for Sullivan because he didn't know if he wanted to hang up the cleats or not. And at the last moment, he decided, you know what? I'm going to give this another try. He's one of the older guys, or at least he's getting older, 26 years old, and his birthday coming next month. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses high, and the count is 1-0 to Justin Felix, the catcher. But Sullivan said, yeah, I want to keep going. I want to see what I can do. A 1-0, swing and a miss. But for him last year, when he set that Gateway strikeout record, he got a ton of looks from minor league scouts, and for some reason, they just didn't see enough out of him. The 1-2 offering. Rather the 1-1, and Felix swings through it. Now it's 1-2. You look at what he did in 2023, his numbers were even better than this year, and he still got decent numbers, but a .269 ERA and 135 Ks. So from a minor league perspective, it's like, well, what else are you looking for? The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Felix strikes out. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the second. And coming to bat, it's Clayton Keys. Base is empty. 1-1 the score. So Sullivan, understandably, may have been a little discouraged after not getting signed last year. And he said, well, if I can't get signed with those kind of numbers, how am I ever going to get signed? Here's the pitch. Keys takes a fastball high and in. Jason Garrett, voice of the Grizzlies, said that it's probably just because he does not throw into the mid-90s. A fastball can touch 93, but nothing higher. This pitch fouled away, 1-1. And it's just a different game now than it was 10 or 15 years ago, and for Sullivan this year, it took him a few starts to get back into the groove, but he's figured it out. The pitch right on the outside, black, a strike, and now it's 1-2 to Keys. The right-hander sets and deals. Fastball upstairs. Sullivan gave up 5 runs in 3 innings, his first time on the mound this year. But he has not given up more than 6 runs in a start all season long, the 2-2. And this is fouled back to the screen. He's given up 6 runs twice. And the last time he did so was back on the 8th of this month against Joliet. Still went 6 2/3 innings, though. He sets and deals the 2-2, and it misses low. We could have a way longer conversation about what minor league scouts look for in today's game, but it just seems like if you do not throw 95 or higher, you're not getting anywhere. And you'll be stuck in a league like this. The payoff. Called strike 3 right down the middle. Hayes couldn't pull the trigger, and he's out number 3. A 1-2-3 for Sullivan in the second. 1-1 the score between Evansville and Gateway on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network. Top of the 3rd inning, Gabe Holt leads it off. And the second baseman reached and scored on an error his first time up. Zach Smith back on the mound and is pitched to open the frame. A line drive down the left field line, foul. And it's 0-1. Gateway and Evansville each scoring 1 in the first inning. And in the last inning in the second, 2 donuts. Holt working on a 5-game hit streak. Now the pitch to him. He squares the bunt, puts it foul to third. And he's down in the count 0-2. That was a bunt for hit. And Holt was flying out of the box. If that was fair, he would have been safe. Holt leading the Gateway Grizzlies in batting average this season. The pitch, and he looks at one a little bit low. We mentioned earlier how Evansville will have a losing season this year with last night's loss, the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball outside, but Andy McCauley still has a chance to beat out Mike Pinto and take the all-time lead in total wins for a manager in the Frontier League. So he has to beat out Pinto by 9 games this year, the 2-2. And this is slapped foul territory, third base side. Cruz giving a look, but this will land foul. We'll do it again at 2-2. Right now, Evansville currently with 6 more wins than Joliet. The Otters 41 wins, Joliet 35 wins. So if they can get that margin another 3 games higher, then McCauley will be better than Pinto in all-time wins. Next pitch from Smith on the inside corner, called strike 3, and Holt is down looking.
Congratulations to sections G and H going home with Hoosier Lottery cash prize.
Hold out number 1 here in the third.
Hoosier Lottery, and please play responsibly.
And that's the 4th strikeout of the game from Zach Smith.
Left fielder 20, Victor Castillo.
44 pitches and 31 strikes. Now coming to the plate, Victor Castillo. The pitch to him. Breaking ball high, 1-0. Castillo doubled his first time up. A 1-0 on the inside corner, taken for a strike, and it's 1-1. This Gateway club does a fantastic job of extending at-bats, making pitchers work. The 1-1, low and in. They don't really chase. They foul pitches off, and Gateway 3rd fewest strikeouts in the Frontier League batting-wise this year with just 570. Here comes the pitch, and it's on the outside corner. A called strike, 2-2. Smith sets, and time is called by Castillo. Castillo, a part of a trade for a player to be named later earlier this season, and then he came back to Gateway as that player to be named later was himself. The 2-2 inside. That trade was to New England back on July 4. The pitch, and it's a ground ball, foul to the third base side. We'll do it again. 1-1 the score between Evansville and Gateway. Castillo ended up spending 26 games with the knockouts. The payoff, grounded foul, first base side, and another long at-bat brewing. Pitch number 8 coming up. Smith sets and deals. Fastball, little high. That's the same pitch that Clayton Keys struck out looking on.
Designated hitter 20. Designated hitter 30, I should say.
And Victor Castillo on first because it was this time called a ball. So that'll send up Peter Zimmerman to the plate. Righty on righty matchup. The first pitch on the way. Breaking ball misses outside, and the count is 1-0. Zimmerman with a sac fly his first time up. 1 for 5 in the series. Here's the pitch. He tips it foul back to the screen. We'll do it at a ball and a strike. Zimmerman, in his second season with Gateway, was a midseason All-Star this year. At the time, that average was even higher than it is now, and he's still almost batting 300. The pitch misses a little bit low. Last year, he had a terrific number at the plate, a .361 batting average, second in the entire league. So he knows how to hit. His next offering low, blocked by Felix, 3-1. Felix struggling, rather Smith struggling to put guys away. Talked about how Gateway does such a great job of extending at-bats, but Smith has already thrown 18 pitches this inning. Here's number 19. Swung on, ripped through the left side, base hit.
Third baseman, 12, DJ Stewart.
Up to second, Castillo. On first, Zimmerman with that single that was blistered off the bat. And now it'll be DJ Stewart. Stewart struck out his first time up. Righty on righty matchup, and the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. 0-1. Zach Smith this month has actually had one of his worst months on the mound. A 4.64 ERA in 21 1/3 innings. This is his 5th start here in August. The pitch. And it misses outside and low. If all things go right, Smith should have one more start to end the year. Now the 1-1. Grounder hit to third. This is foul. It got a piece of Stewart in the box, and Smith is saying, wait a minute. No, it didn't. Here comes Andy McCauley to argue the call. He's having a conversation with Matt Beaver, and now he wants the umpiring crew to convene. Well, if they overturn the call, what's going to happen? Either way, it's a foul ball. Well, they don't overturn it. But how would you rule that if you say, no, it's in play? Guess we don't have to worry about it. That was a quick conversation. Smith comes to the set. And his 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, ripped back to the screen, and Stewart stays alive. Zach Smith gets the sign. He twirls and deals. Breaking ball low. Seems like Smith is working at a slower pace today as well. It's hot out there. Hard to blame him. American flag blowing out to left field. A steady breeze, around 10 miles an hour. Now the 2-2. Check swing, and Stewart went too far around, strike 3.
That's a German-American bank.
Second K of the inning for Zach Smith.
The catcher, 7, Kevin Krause.
And he's got out number 2. Now coming to the plate for Gateway, it's Kevin Krause. Flew out to center his first time up. Krause batting .253 on the year. Second season with Gateway. Spent time with the club in 2022, the pitch. And it misses outside. And back in that 2022 season, Krause had some terrific numbers. .338 average, 40 games, 10 homers, 36 RBI. Played a couple of years in the Atlantic League. The 1-0. At the knees, taken for a strike, and the count is 1-1. And came to Gateway midway during that 2022 season. Time called, and Not sure what that was about. Everybody ready, and the 1-1. Swung on, roped down the right field line, slicing foul. 1-2 the count now to Kraus. Runners on first and second, 2 outs, 1-1 the score. Here's the pitch. Swung on, grounded to third. And a nice stop by Cruz. He'll sling it to first. The inning is over. 2 runners stranded. No damage done. 1-1 the score between Evansville and Gateway on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network. 2.5 in the books. Bottom of the third inning, David Mendham leading off for Evansville. First pitch from Colin Sullivan misses the zone, and the count is 1-0. Mendham singled and scored his first time up. He's put together a nice series, 3 for 7. The pitch, he takes a little bit inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Mendham, a product of Oklahoma State collegiately. Spent time with the Ottawa Titans last year after graduation, the 2-0. Fastball misses upstairs, 3-0 now. Mendham batting .298 on the year, and that's a big improvement from where he was last year. But those numbers have gone down since the first half of the year. Mendham takes 3-1 now. And if you said back in mid-June, heck, even early July, Mendham would finish below 300 with a batting average, I don't think anybody would have believed you. 3-1. Fastball upstairs and away, ball 4. But that is a real chance now because Mendham's average has gone down, but he's still putting together quality ABs. Look, it's hard to continue batting .381 throughout a whole season. Here's Gary Mattis. First pitch, a breaking ball in for a strike. But if Mendham can figure out a way to put together a whole season, watch out. The pitch, Mattis takes low. 1-1. 1-1 your score between Evansville and Gateway. Third inning. The set from Sullivan and the pitch. Fastball, high and away. You only have 2 runs in this game, but these have been some long innings. We're already an hour into this one. The 2-1. Mattis takes a strike, and it's a 2-2 count. Sullivan with 45 pitches under his belt, and Zach Smith with 67. So these starters have had to work this afternoon. Now the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, lifted to the right side, out of play.
That overhead foul ball is brought to you by Choose the Best, Never Regret It.
Some more football happening today. The NFL in action, final preseason week. Next pitch from Sullivan, line back to the screen. 2 foul balls in a row from Mattis to stay alive with 2 strikes, and we'll do it again at 2-2. Who do you root for here in Evansville? Not even a team in St. Louis anymore. Now the 2-2. This is popped up on the infield right toward the mound. And DJ Stewart, the third baseman, will make the catch toward his side. Mattis retired as out number 1 here in inning number 3.
Number 11, Pavin
We've
Parks.
often heard that baseball-wise, Evansvillians like to root for the Cardinals. Understandable, the closest major league team. But you have to go all the way to Chicago to get the closest team in the NFL. And who likes to root for the Bears? Here's Pavin Parks, swings and misses, and the count is 0-1. I guess Cincinnati is probably even closer. Oh, you do have Indianapolis as well. Here's the pitch, and it's tapped foul. Indianapolis just so irrelevant, I forgot about them. And I get some boos in the press box. All right. A lot of Indy fans here in the press box. The set from Sullivan. Now the 0-2. Inside, taken by Parks. I just like to poke fun at him every once in a while. Well, Indy playing Cincinnati in their final preseason game with a 27-14 win. A 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Parks strikes out. That's the 4th K of the game for Sullivan here this afternoon. 2 outs, a runner on first for Evansville in the 3rd. Mason White coming to bat. And NBA not too far away either. That will start up before we know it. White bats left-handed, the pitch. And Pavin Parks' identical twin takes a strike, 0-1. I say they're identical twins because White ended up stealing one of Pavin's armbands, the red armband, which was patented by Parks. He swings and misses, and the count is 0-2. And so now they both have red arm sleeves that they wear, and it makes them look really similar. And they're both left-handed hitters. Sullivan ready. The 0-2. Fastball high. But when it comes to preseason NFL football, who really cares? The starters get all of maybe 1/2 max throughout the entire preseason to show what they can do. The 2-2. Fastball high and away. Throw to second on the runner goes. And it's to the other side of the bag. Mendham with a swipe. That's number 14 for him this year. And it was a 1-2 count. Now it's 2-2. White 1 for 1. Snapped an 0 for 14 streak at the plate his first time up. 1-1 the score. The deuces are wild, and the pitch. Inside, a fastball. Give credit to these Otters because they have not allowed Sullivan to have easy at-bats either. And he has had to labor here in this third inning. The 22nd pitch of the frame. Swung on, a line shot towards short. Knocked down by Thomas on a hop. Recovers and throws to first to beat White. The inning is over. One stranded in scoring position for Evansville. And we'll head to the fourth. 1-1 with Gateway on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network. Top of the fourth inning, Zach Smith on the mound. His first pitch to Dale Thomas is way high and near the head of Thomas. Ducks out of the way. The count is 1-0. 1-1 the score between Evansville and Gateway. Series finale, it's a rubber game. The 1-0 pitch. Looked at a strike, 1-1. Smith has thrown a ton of pitches tonight. Rather, this afternoon, he's at 69. Here comes number 70. And it misses just a hair in. Thomas struck out his first time at the dish, 0 for 1. Now the 2-1. Swung on, blasted in the air, high and deep to left. At the warning track, White. Now near the fence, he reaches up and makes the catch. Well, that was a towering fly ball, but even with the wind blowing out, White still having enough room out there to put it away. And Thomas is out number 1. That'll send up Kyle Goodell. Goodell batting right-handed. No official at-bats yet. He walked his first trip up. Here's the pitch. Fastball. Just a little high, 1-0. We were talking football in the last inning, and let's just say I got some snares while bashing the Indianapolis Colts. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Didn't know Joe Flacco was the backup quarterback for Indy now. Went over from the Browns to the Colts. Interesting move, the 1-1. And it's tipped foul off of Goodell. And he hobbles around out toward the mound, now circling back in the dirt circle. And it's a 1-2 count. Matt Beaver, home plate umpire, giving him some time, getting some more balls from our ball boy. Such a strange decision for Flacco. You think that if you're going to go from one job to the next, Flacco probably had some starting opportunities. But he takes a backup job with Indy and leaves a good backup role with Cleveland? Weird. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Zach Smith, and he's got 2 quick outs here in the 4th inning. 1-1 the score, and coming to the plate, it's Cole Brannon. Number 6 on the afternoon already. The right-hander comes to the set. He deals. Brannon watches it low in the dirt, 1-0. Other NFL news. Bo Nix named the starting quarterback for the Denver Broncos. Yep, they're in for another rough year. The 1-0. Just off the inside corner to the left-handed hitter. Oh, that was a team that really struggled last year. They actually found some success at one point in the season, the 2-0. Here's a grounder foul in the box. This goes out to second, but it'll be a 2-1 count now for Brandon. And that's a team that may definitely get worse. They have a good defense, but that offense is just looking terrible. Base is empty, 2 outs. We're in the 4th. Smith comes to the set, and now his 2-1 pitch. Swung on, blasted high and deep to right. Mattis on the warning track, looks up, this is gone. Gateway takes the lead. Cole Brannon with his 8th homer of the year. Just poked it out past that right field wall by a couple of inches, but it's a home run. Two to one Gateway.
Right fielder, 3, Edwin Mateo.
Hey, you can't win if you can't score, so Evansville will need more offense anyway. Now coming to bat, Edwin Mateo, the pitch. On the outside corner, missed, 1-0. Smith has not had his best stuff today. He's looked good, but he's had to really labor out there. The 1-0. And this is fouled away. Smith gave up an unearned run in the 1st inning, and the game was off to the races with Gabe Holt reaching on an error, and he came around to later score. Well, Smith had to throw more pitches because of that inning, but he's also just really had to work in general today. The 1-1. And it's on the outside corner, a strike, make it a 1-2 count. He's averaging over 20 pitches an inning. Base is empty, 2 outs, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Smith strikes out 2. That's number 7 this afternoon. But he gives up the home run, and Gateway takes a 2-1 lead after 3.5. Delvin Zinn leading it off, and we're in the bottom of the fourth inning. Colin Sullivan back on the mound. First pitch on the outside corner, a strike, and it's 0-1. 2-1 Gateway. Solo homer from Cole Brannon in the top of this inning to put the Grizzlies back ahead. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball swung on, lifted high and deep to left. Backing up is Castillo on the warning track, and he makes the catch. Zinn gave it a good ride, and he's done that a lot during his 6-game hitless streak, but just nothing to show for it.
Number 28, J.J. Cruz.
That'll send up J.J. Cruz to the plate. Cruz 0 for 1, grounded to second his first time up. Bats left-handed, and here's the first pitch. Swung on, lifted to left. Castillo, taking a few steps in, makes the catch. 2 outs. 3 pitches, and 2 Otters gone here in the fourth inning.
Second baseman.
2-1 Gateway, and now it's Amani Larry. Larry finished his final year at Hale State this spring. Batted .252 with the Bulldogs, 8 homers, 33 RBI, 53 runs. A regular starter at second base. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses high. Larry had a 5-hit series with as many RBI against the Missouri Tigers late in the year. Homered twice in the game. Next pitch on the outside corner to him, a strike. And during that 2-run homer game, that was a significant one because his brother was in attendance, and it was the final regular season home game of the year. He pops the next pitch, foul back over the screen. This lands on the roof.
Hey, Maddie,
And the count is 1-2.
was brought to you by Heads Construction.
Was his second year as a starter, followed up a stellar junior season. He had .297 in 53 games as the leadoff hitter for Mississippi State. Led the team in stolen bases in 2023. But this year he was a ball magnet. Was hit 19 times, 4th most in the SEC conference. And he doesn't really stand too close to the plate either. A 1-2 to him. Fastball high. The one thing that Larry doesn't do, though, is get out of a way in a situation where a ball is coming toward him. Next pitch upstairs, and it's 3-2. Sullivan looking for a quick 1-2-3 inning. Base is empty, 2 away. The pitch. Swung on, blasted high and toward third, foul territory. Stewart on the chase, runs out of room. Foul ball out of play.
That qualifies as an overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best. Never regret it.
If Larry hit that as far as he did high, he might have had a home run if it was in fair play. Trying to straighten it out and find a fairway here. The payoff pitch. And he check swings a foul ball back to the screen. Pitch number 8 of the battle coming up. Larry grounded to third his first time up. Sullivan sets. Sullivan deals. And Larry stays alive, fighting it off. Larry spent some time also at New Orleans, another Division I school, but in a smaller conference. Also spent 2 seasons at East Central Community College. He's been all over the 3-2. And he pops it up on the infield. Calling for it, the second baseman, Gabe Holt, but it's the third baseman, Stewart, to make the catch and retire the side. 4 in the books, Evansville trailing Gateway 2-1 on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network. Gabe Holt leading it off. Top of the 5th inning, 8-9-1. And the order, or excuse me, it's the top of the order for Gateway. First pitch from Zach Smith, fastball high and ups and outside, and the count is 1-0. 84 pitches, 54 strikes for Smith. He deals, and the 1-0 pitch is lifted foul to the left side, out of play. Smith's shortest inning this afternoon, 12 pitches in the second. He threw 26 pitches in the first, 29 pitches in the third, and 16 in the last frame. He deals. Drops in for a strike, and the count is now 1-2. Somehow he's only given up 2 runs, and one of them unearned. This game should be tied at 1. 1-2 pitch, foul to the first base side. We'll do it again. Holt dealing with an injury midway through the Florence series, and that's why he was not with the club for the first 2 games against Evansville. The pitch, swung on, a soft liner out toward left. White charges in, can't get there.
Left fielder, 20, Victor Castillo.
Base hit. And Brandon aboard first in the 5th. That'll send up Victor Castillo. Righty on lefty matchup. The pitch at the knees, a strike. It's 0-1. Today is Fan Appreciation Day at the ballpark. 1,024 in attendance. The diehards. 0-1. Drops below the zone. Misses a ball. 1-1. A hot one to close out this 2024 home season for Evansville. Smith steps and delivers. Breaking ball, strike 2. Well, Smith has 7 Ks here this afternoon. He's been racking them up left and right, but he's gotten no help from the offense yet. Castillo calls time, now digs back in. And the 1-2. Check swing. Did he go around? No, says third base umpire Darnell Ray. Now the 2-2. This is hit foul to third. And we'll do it again. Castillo, 1 for 1, a double and a walk this afternoon. Smith, a long lean in. Now a long pause at the set. He deals. Breaking ball low. Here comes the payoff. Runner goes. Fastball chopped to short. Backing up now is Zinn toward third. Makes the throw to first. On a bounce, it's low and late. Base hit for Castillo. And that was a perfect hit and run. Could have at least gotten one out. And instead, now it's first and second, nobody out. Gonna be another long inning for Smith. He's Currently at 12 pitches through the first 2 batters. Hey, Deals. Swung on, roped into left, base hit. White coming toward the line, picks it up, throws it in. Scoring is Holt, and it's an RBI single. 3-1 Gateway.
Third baseman 12, DJ Stewart.
So that'll bring up DJ Stewart. And the Otters surrendering another run here in the 5th inning. Runners on first and second, still nobody out. Smith sets and throws. Fastball misses away. Smith at 97 pitches. The right-hander throws home. This is fouled away. And that Evansville bullpen hot. Stewart broke his bat. Has to get new lumber. Or maybe just some more pine tar. Bat seems to be okay. Does he get charged for his timeout for that? He should. The set. Now the 1-1. And this is ripped down the right field line. Stays inside the chalk, fair ball. Bounces into the corner, picked up by Mattis. Scoring on the play, Castillo. Holding up at third, Zimmerman, and it's an RBI double. And Smith really getting taxed here in the 5th. This has been an extremely slow game.
Catcher 7, Kevin Krause.
And now Evansville falling behind here in the 5th. We have a band playing somewhere. Keep hearing drums somewhere in the stadium. Here's Max Peterson. He'll make the call to the bullpen. More information on the reliever to come and an update on the drums when we come back. It's 4-1 Gateway. John Beamer on to pitch. Runners on first and second. And it is 4-1 Gateway here in the 5th inning. Nobody out. Infield playing in. Kevin Krause batting. Beamer comes to the set, and the right-hander's first pitch. Breaking ball, not even close. 99 pitches in 4 innings of work for Zach Smith here this afternoon. He's responsible for Peter Zimmerman on third, DJ Stewart on second. Now the 1-0. Low. Smith giving up 4 runs so far, 3 earned on 7 hits. He finished with 7 Ks, but just not a good day for Zach. The 2-0 delivery. Low again, 3-0. The Otters will need something majestical to come back into this one. It's only a 3-run game, but boy, it feels like Evansville is down by 10 right now, the way this inning has gone. Chance for more damage for Gateway. The set from Beamer, the 3-0. Outside again. Well, that does load the bases and set up the double play possibility.
Shortstop, 18, Dale Thomas.
Now coming to bat, Dale Thomas. Bases juiced. Gateway already with 2 runs this inning. We're in the 5th. Still nobody out. The pitch. Thomas watches it low. 5 balls in a row out of the bullpen from Beamer. Beamer comes to the set. The 1-0. Outside. On the outside corner, though, a strike. Just caught the black. That's his first strike of the outing. He's ready. He deals. Check swing. Did he go around? No, says first base umpire Justin Franz. And Thomas now working with a 2-1 count. Beamer throws a 4-seam fastball, 2-seam fastball, changeup, slider, curve. The 2-1 offering. At the knees, a strike, 2-2. Well, the Otters hoping for a double play ball. Corner infielders in, middle infielders playing back. Outfield playing deep. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. And Beamer picks up a strikeout.
That's a Sherman American Bank strikeout. First baseman for Kyle.
That's a
Goodell.
big out, number 1, with Beamer trying to limit the damage. And you could gain a ton of momentum going to the bottom of the 5th if you don't allow another run. Bases juiced. Here's Kyle Goodell. Bats right-handed. 0 for 1, a walk, and a strikeout. Beamer sets and deals. Breaking ball in for a strike, 0-1. Righty on righty matchup. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Low. At the set, Beamer a look to second. Now deals home. Fastball low, 2 balls and 1 strike. Wow, it's the 49th annual Frog Follies in Evansville on August 23, 4, and 5. That's this weekend. So today's the final day. A car show with some cool old school cars. Next pitch outside, and Beamer in danger of walking in a run. And taking a look at the website, it looks like they got some really cool classic hot rods available that you can go and look at. Now the 3-1 from Beamer. Low. Walk. Here comes another run, and it is 5-1 Gateway.
Center fielder, 5, Cole Brannon.
Bases remain loaded. And here's Cole Brannon. This is getting ugly here in the 5th. 1 out. And Beamer deals home. Breaking ball in the inside corner, a strike. Beamer out of the bullpen with 15 pitches, 5 strikes. He deals, and this is lifted foul out of play to the left side. Quickly 0-2 now to Brannon. He had the solo homer in the last inning. He's also the 8th batter of the inning to come up for Gateway. Here's the next offering. Breaking ball a little bit high. Somebody in the crowd not happy about that call. These Otters fans are great. Gonna miss them. Now the 1-2. Tipped foul back to the screen, and we'll have another 1-2 pitch. Oh, it is hot here at the ballpark. Another ridiculously humid day here at Bosse, and no AC here in the booth. So we're toasting up in here. But still a great day. The 1-2. Line back to the screen again. Zach Smith throwing 16 pitches this inning before he was yanked, and now Beamer throwing his 21st, or rather his 20th, and it misses the zone. Check that, beg your pardon, it was a foul tip. We'll do it again. And the 1-2 pitch. Low. This is something else here today. These Gateway hitters just will not go down without a fight. Beamer ready. He sets and the right-hander deals. Swung on and lasered foul to the right side. Another long at-bat. Pitch number 9 coming up. Beamer's last outing back on the 22nd against Windy City. Went 2 scoreless innings. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, lifted down the left field line. Long run for Cruz, White, and Zinn. It's Delvin Zinn, and he can't make the catch. This falls in fair territory, and it's going to be an RBI single. Great effort by the shortstop, but a Texas Leaguer hit. That's a great at-bat right there from Cole Brannon. Brings home a run, and it's 5-1 Gateway. Now coming to the plate, the 9th man of the inning, Edwin Mateo. Beamer at 23 pitches out of the bullpen. First pitch, swing and a miss. And the count is 0-1 to Mateo. One out here in this 5th inning. All the night games are going to be done before this one at this rate. The 0-1, low. Plenty of more games on the slate today here in the Frontier League. And lots of good competition, lots of important games, especially in the West Division. One particular series, the 1-1. Swung on, hit high and deep down the right field line, but hooking foul. Lake Erie playing against Washington today, and also Schaumburg going up against Florence. Those are two very important games today. The pitch, fastball misses high. Well, Florence starting just a half hour before we got underway, and they're in the 8th inning. 7-6 score. Schaumburg leads it. Washington ahead of Lake Erie. 2-0, that game's in the 5th. Here's a ground ball hit to second, could be 2. Larry shovels to second for 1. Relay to first, and it's an inning-ending double play. Gateway adds 4, and they lead it 6-1 over Evansville through 4.5. Bottom of the 5th inning, Justin Felix leads it off. First pitch, a strike from Colin Sullivan. 0-1 the count. Gateway leads it 6-1, and Sullivan feels like he hasn't been back out on the mound since last year. The 0-1 check swing, and Felix goes too far around a strike. Andy McCauley,
Ladies and gentlemen,
not happy.
wish a very happy birthday to Marilyn
Justin
Kessler
Felix
here
not
to
happy
call.
either.
Happy birthday to Marilyn. And thanks for spending your birthday with the Evansville Otters. Marilyn Kessler celebrating a birthday today.
44 pitches in the top of the frame from the Evansville pitching staff. 2 arms out there. The 0-2 from Sullivan. Fastball high. Just goes to show you how lengthy of a frame that was. 28 pitches from John Beamer and 16 from Zach Smith before his day came to a close. Next offering, called strike 3 to Felix. He's in total disbelief.
Center fielder, number 19, Clayton Keys.
Well, Felix out number 1. And that'll send up Clayton Keys. Righty on righty matchup, and the first pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, 0-1. The Otters will head back up to Schaumburg with an off day tomorrow. On Tuesday morning, they'll go up to Chi-Town, play 3 games against the Boomers. Then they will close out the year, 2 games against Windy City. The 0-1. Fastball misses upstairs. So the final game of the year for Evansville on Saturday. The pitch, a little bit outside. Now the 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2 the count. And that's because the Otters played a day before everybody else in the Frontier League. So their final day is again on Saturday. And we could put this 2024 season to a close. The pitch misses inside. Almost hit Keys. Tri-City's magic number over on that East Division down to 4. My good buddy Adam Cohen broadcasting there. And the pitch to Keys is lined back to the screen. Trois Riviere with their tragic number down to 1. It's an interesting East Division right now. Quebec locking up the division title. Now the payoff. Keys lifts it foul out of play. But for Evansville, they have been eliminated with the loss yesterday. And again, over in that East Division right now, it's Ottawa and Tri-City locking down the number 2 and 3 seeds. New York right behind them. The pitch. Check swing. Keys holds up in time. He walks.
That's it to your head. Sidewalk.
Good at bat from Clayton. He'll go to first. It's a base runner for Evansville in the 5th. 1 out. And coming up to bat, it's David Mendham. Mendham 1 for 1, a single, a walk, and a run scored with a stolen base today. And those walk numbers continue to climb for David. He's at 59 now on the season. Righty on lefty matchup. Sullivan sets and deals. First pitch misses a little bit outside, and the count is 1-0. David rocking the orange batting gloves today. Swings at the next pitch and fists one into center field, a base hit. Getting back to second base, Keys almost overran the bag. But he's safe.
Right fielder, number 23.
And it's first and second now for the Otters. Keys a little shaken up after that slide. Andy McCulley will go out and have a look at him. Dr. Rue Martin now hustling out as well. We'll take a short step aside on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network. Kay's getting checked out, seems to be okay. He'll stay in the game. Runners on first and second for Evansville, and there's one out for Gary Mattis. 0 for 1 this afternoon, the pitch to him. Breaking ball, a strike, 0-1. 6-1 Gateway leads, bottom of the 5th inning. Kyle Chandler joining you on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network. Sullivan comes to the set. Now he deals. Fastball upstairs, and the count is 1-1. American flag blowing out to left field. A slight breeze. Sullivan. Dales. Fastball high. Colin Sullivan giving up the 1 run in the first inning. Since then, he's worked 2 1-2-3 innings. Saw 4 batters in the 3rd, and now trying to work a clean slate here in the 5th. In a little bit of trouble, though. Here comes the 2-1. Upstairs, 3 balls and a strike. Sullivan losing his command. He's already given up 1 walk this inning. And Sullivan and the game has surrendered a trio of walks. Well, this Gateway pitching staff, while they are terrific, gives up a ton of walks. The 3-1 swung on and missed. They average 4.2 walks per game, which is 12th worst in the league. Righty on righty matchup. Now the 3-2 pitch. Swung on, lifted out toward deep center. Backing up is Brannon. Now he turns around, makes the catch, and Mattis is retired. Up to third Keys. Runners at the corners, and now coming to bat, Pavin Parks.
Designated hitter, number 11, Pavin Parks.
Parks 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. 6-1 Gateway. Kevin Kraus, the catcher, giving some signs to the infield with runners at the corners. Parks trying to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss. Parks chased after 1 in the dirt. Pavin batting .283 on the year, 9 homers, 38 RBI, and 30 runs scored in 48 games. Now the 0-1. Swung on, lifted down the left field line. Giving chase is Castillo. He runs out of room. This is out of play. Two on, 2 out. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball, little bit outside. 1-2 now. Other scores in the Frontier League, Sussex and New England, top of the 10th inning, a 5-5 game. Trois-Rivières trailing to New Jersey, 7-0, bottom of the 5th. Washington, again with that 2-0 lead over Lake Erie. Next pitch, fouled away. Windy City with a 7-4 lead over Joliet. That one in the top of the 6th inning. And games to come, 4:35 start time for Trois-Rivières in New Jersey, and the nightcap of their doubleheader, Ottawa and Tri-City battling it out at 5 Eastern. And another 5 Eastern start between Quebec and New York. Now the 1-2. Fastball high. We'll see who comes out of the pen for Evansville. Hard to imagine it would be John Beamer after throwing 28 pitches out of the pen in the last inning. The pitch, swing and a miss. 5 in the books. Evansville strands them at the corners, and they trail 6-1 to Gateway. Top of the 6th inning. Gateway leads it 6-1. John Beamer back on the mound. His first pitch swung on. A grounder hit out toward first. Fielded by David Mendham. Steps on the bag to retire Gabe Holt. 1 pitch, 1 out for the first time here today. So that'll send up Victor Castillo.
Left fielder, 20, Victor Castillo.
And Mendham flipping that ball to John Beamer covering the bag. A 3-1 put out. The pitch on the inside corner, a strike, 0-1. Castillo, 2 for 3. Rather, 2 for 2, a double, a single, a run scored, and a walk. The pitch misses inside, and the count is 1-1. Little surprised to see Beamer back out there. He threw 28 pitches in the last inning. He deals. And the 1-1 is chopped towards second. A nice short pick by Amani Larry. And he will throw out Castillo at first. Hey, that's a great play.
Designated hitter, 30, Peter Zimmerman.
2 quick outs here in the 6th inning. And can the Otters find a 1-2-3 for the first time this afternoon? Now coming to bat, it's Peter Zimmerman. Beamer winds and fires. The right-hander throws a fastball down the middle for a strike, 0-1. Zimmerman with an RBI single his last time up. 2 for 2, 2 RBI today. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on, lined over towards short, over Zinn. And this goes into left center. Another base hit for Peter Zimmerman.
Third baseman, 12, DJ Stewart.
So this inning will continue. And now coming to bat, DJ Stewart. Stewart 1 for 3, 2 strikeouts, an RBI double, and 1 run scored. Now the pitch, runner goes to second. Great lead and a great jump, and the throw is late. Zimmerman timed up John Beamer to perfection there. And he's on second. Stewart into his second season with the Grizzlies. Last year he participated in the All-Star game. The pitch. And the 1-0 is swung on, lined out toward left center again, a base hit, and Zimmerman's gonna score. An RBI single for DJ Stewart and make it a 7-1 Gateway lead. Well, Beamer had the first 2 outs of the inning on 4 pitches, back-to-back singles. And here we are in the 6th.
Catcher 7, Kevin Krause.
This is going to be a really tough end to what has been a great homestand this year for Evansville unless they find a way to come back. But their offense has been held to just 3 hits today. Now batting, Kevin Krause watches the first pitch, a fastball outside, 1-0. This Gateway offense hasn't been as potent as in past years. And this year, offensively, it's actually been a bit of a down year for him. 10th in homers, 13th in doubles. Krause takes a strike, and it's 1-1. A tie for 7th in batting average, and the home run numbers are really the only thing that's still decent up there. Number 4, they're, again, 10th in runs per game. The 1-1 pitch on the inside corner, a strike, but really easy to pick up a lot of team home runs whenever you play at Grizzlies ballpark. Basically a little league field. Now the 1-2 pitch. Low. Another fastball from Beamer. 86 miles an hour on the radar, but probably coming in actually around 91, 92. Looks like he's got some good juice to it. Here's the pitch. On the inside corner, taken for a ball, and the count is now full. Beamer sets. He deals. Runner goes, and it's outside, not even close. Another walk, and that'll extend the inning. Time called. Here's Max Peterson. We'll have a break on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network. New arm coming out for Evansville. Jacob Meyer on to pitch. Here in the 6th inning, and Gateway leading it 7-1. Runners on first and second. 2 outs, and well, our press box having a national anthem party. First pitch from Jacob Meyer to Dale Thomas misses low. And the count is 1-0. Meyer comes to the set, the right-hander. Throws home. 1-0 pitch on the outside corner, a strike. Didn't we already do the national anthem before this game? Sure, you guys are picking that up in the crowd mic. So, hope you enjoy. The 1-1 outside. I didn't even know that Meyer was still on the roster, to be honest. Haven't seen him in what's been decades. But he gets another shot here today. 4-seam fastball, curveball, slider, changeup in the arsenal. He kicks and deals the 2-1. Fastball. Don't know where that missed. Outside, I guess, and it's 3-1. Another really close pitch. Thomas 0 for 3, 2 Ks today. Hey, deals. On the inside corner, a strike. Gateway with 1 run this inning, 4 runs in the last inning, 1 run back in the 4th. And they have scored 6 unanswered runs in this game. Now the payoff pitch. Fastball high, a walk. Bases loaded. Beamer responsible for DJ Stewart on third and Kevin Kraus now on second. And his line, as of now, the book's still open, but 1 2/3 innings, 1 run, 3 hits, 3 walks out of the bullpen, 1 strikeout. That's now 6 Evansville team walks as a pitching staff. Here's Kyle Goodell. First pitch to him, swung on, hit high, and out of play to the right side. Three on, 2 out. 7-1 Gateway, and the pitch from Meyer. Breaking ball, grounded to short. Backhanded by Zinn. Goes to second. Larry there for the force. The inning is over. 7-1 Gateway after 5.5. Giovanni DiGiacomo on to hit here for Evansville in place of Mason White. And he will also be out in left field defensively for the Otters the rest of the game, unless there's another change. White finished 1 for 2. Giovanni getting his first at bat, the pitch, and it misses high. A ball. Kagan Collette on the mound for Gateway. Bottom of the 6th inning, and it's 7-1 Grizzlies. Colin Sullivan's day is over. The pitch from the right-hander. At the knees, a strike, and it's a 1-1 count. Sullivan, 1 run, 3 hits in the 5 innings, 6 Ks. And he gave up 3 walks, but he threw 96 pitches. Next offering, outside. Here in this ball game, there have been 249 pitches thrown between both staffs. The 250th in for a strike, and the count is 2-2. Kagan Collette sets and deals. Breaking ball low, full count. Righty on lefty matchup. Collette deals. Breaking ball inside and low, ball 4.
That's a deer head. Sidewalk. Cafe
So,
and bar.
Giovanni going to first. A leadoff base runner for Evansville.
Shortstop, number 1, Delvin Zinn.
Collette, 0.000 ERA. This is game number 4 for him. First pitch to Delvin Zinn. Fastball misses high, and the count is 1-0. Played 5 years in the San Diego Padres organization. Collette, 23 games, a 6.54 ERA between Advanced Fort Wayne and Single A Lake Elsinore this year before his release. Zinn takes a strike, and the count is 1-1. Here comes the pitch. Fastball high. 7-1 Gateway. And the Grizzlies have scored 6 unanswered runs here today. Each team with a run in the first inning. Collette sets and deals. Swung on a grounder past third as this gets by Stewart. Goes down the left field line, a base hit for Delvin. Hey, how about that? The 0 for 21 streak is over. And Zinn aboard with a single. That's got to be a good feeling.
28, J.J. Cruz.
Time called. Kevin Krause out to the mound, wants a word. So he will conversate with Kagan Collette. It's always interesting to try to understand what goes through a hitter's head whenever they're in a slump. And we've seen some bad slumps. A couple from Mason White this year and one from Delvin Zinn. And you never really want to go up to a guy and ask, hey, what are you thinking while you're 0 for 20? But it is tough. Baseball will eat you up. Here's J.J. Cruz and takes the first pitch high, 1-0. Final home game of the 2024 season, and just 5 games left to go after this. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on, ripped out towards center on a line. Charging in is Brannon, and they're going to double up Giovanni at second. He had no idea that that ball was going to be caught, and he just went to third. Base running mistake. And the lights were on, but nobody was home. And DiGiacomo doubled up. There are 2 outs. Now a runner on first. And it's Amani Larry batting the pitch to him. Breaking ball in the outside corner, a strike. Amani 0 for 2. 2 outs to the third baseman, DJ Stewart. The 0-1 is on the inside corner, a strike. It's 0-2 now. Righty on righty matchup. And the pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3, inning over. And that'll do it in the 6th. 7-1 Gateway over Evansville on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network. For the 7th, and back out on the mound. It's first pitch he throws. Misses the zone. The count is 1-0. 7-1 Gateway leading it over Evansville. Here's the next pitch. And it's looked at for a strike. Count even now at 1-1 at the plate for the Grizzlies. Cole Brannon bats left-handed. At the set, the right-hander's pitch. Breaking ball away. Meyer coming out of the bullpen in place of John Beamer in the last inning. Walked a guy and then got the next batter out to end the frame. The 2-1. Breaking ball inside. And Brannon started to go around but held up in time. Meyer, a graduate of the Evansville Aces, pitched in the Supers this year. He deals. Fastball high. It's a walk. That's the 7th team walk given up by Evansville today. And that's part of the reason why this game has felt like an eternity, because the pitchers are not throwing many strikes, or they are, and then Gateway will fight them off until they walk. Here's Edwin Mateo, 0 for 3 with a K and a ground ball into a double play. First pitch, runs inside. Did it hit him? Yes, it did. Wasn't sure if that caught the bat or if that got him. And Mateo is hit.
Second baseman, 2, Gabe Holtz.
Well, Meyer picked up the only win in the Otters Super Regional appearance against Tennessee, who would go on to win it all. Meyer said afterward, you know what? If you're going to lose, at least lose to the best. Well, that's what Evansville did this year. But you talk about recruiting for next year. They might be set for a long time with that Supers appearance. Here's a ground ball hit to the right side. Diving play by Larry. Gets up, throws to first, and he's able to retire Gabe Holt. What a play by the second baseman. Flashing the leather, and now it's 2 runners in scoring position. Here comes Victor Castillo. Wonder if the Aces will be ranked in the top 25 to begin the 2024 season. Infield playing in. Castillo, he's had a good day, 2 for 3, a run scored and a double. The pitch to him. Fastball lifted left side, out of play, 0-1. Meyer played a pivotal piece in the tournament run for Evansville. His numbers for the entirety of the year weren't great, but he really stepped it up against Eastern Carolina and against Tennessee. Here's the 0-1, swing and a miss. And those are some cool memories that Meyer will have for a lifetime. I asked him what the difference was between a school like Evansville and a school like Tennessee, and he said, everybody looks like they could be a linebacker in the NFL at a school like Tennessee or another big-time Division I program. The 0-2. Swung on a chopper to first. Fielding it is Mendham, and he will just tag Castillo out as he heads down the line. Having to stay put on third, Brannon, and on second, Mateo. Nice play by Mendham. Checking back the runner before getting the out, but there are 2 away. And coming to the plate now, it's Peter Zimmerman. Gateway leads at 7-1. Second and third, 2 outs. We're in the 7th. Meyer comes to the set. Now his pitch. And Zimmerman takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. You may be asking, well, why is there that difference between a team like Tennessee and a team like Evansville? And it's all about the facilities, all about the money. Because that's all anything is in the world nowadays. The 0-1, fastball misses high. How much money do you have? How much money can you give me in the world of sports? Think about all the players' contracts. Now, that's a totally different realm. But all these players are trying to get themselves put in the best position. And at the college level, it stems with the facilities. How much money can you dump into them? The 1-1 on the outside corner, a breaking ball for a strike, and it's now 1-2. Meyer trying to get out of the jam. A long lean in, he sets and deals the 1-2 pitch to Zimmerman. Breaking ball downstairs. Makes those success stories even cooler to hear about guys at the Division III or Division II levels to make it into the minors or even beyond, because they really have nothing. They are on their own in regard to training programs and what have you. Next pitch, swung on and missed, and Zimmerman is down on strikes to end the inning. A nice job showing resilience from Jacob Meyer. Strands 2 runners in scoring position, and it's stretch time at Bosse Field. Gateway 7, Evansville 1 on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network. Keegan Collette back on the mound. Bottom of the 7th inning. 8-9-1 in the order for Evansville. Justin Felix leads it off. First pitch, swing and a miss, behind on a fastball. And the count is 0-1. 7-1, Gateway leading the Otters. And looking to win the rubber match here today. It's been Gateway all day long. The 0-1. Fastball low and away. Felix 0 for 2, 2 Ks. And in his 38th game, he picked up his 52nd and 3rd strikeouts here this afternoon. The pitch, low. Make it a 2-1 count. Keegan Collette tossed a scoreless 6th inning. The pitch, tipped foul back to the screen, and it's 2-2 now. But Collette got some help from Giovanni DiGiacomo, who on a line drive hit by J.J. Cruz to center, went to third and didn't realize that the ball was not going to drop. So he was doubled up at second. Now the 2-2 offering. And Felix just swung at a 56-foot breaking ball, and it's blocked by Kraus. Throw to first, good, 1 out. That must have had a ton of spin on it, because that was not even close. That almost missed the dirt circle entirely, and Felix still swung at it. It's the 3rd strikeout of the game for him, and he's out number 1 here in the bottom of the 7th. Now coming to bat, Clayton Keys. Righty on righty matchup. Infield back, outfield medium deep. Keys takes a strike on the inside corner. It's 0-1. Just a couple of score updates after the pitch. On the outside corner, a strike. Schaumburg adding another. They're now ahead 8-6. And Lake Erie still trailing 2-0. Both of those games in the 9th and 8th innings. The next offering. Fastball high. And the count is now 1-2. Just a game and a half difference separating Schaumburg and Lake Erie for the 3rd spot in the West Division. So if Lake Erie gets swept, they're only going to be a half game up. Next pitch misses off the inside part of the plate. And the count is 2-2. And Lake Erie has to play Gateway next, so no easy competition coming their way. Going to be really interesting. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Keys chased after one that bounced in front of home. Either Keegan Collette has some of the best off speed in the entire world, or Evansville is out of sync at the plate.
Edward Jones.
That's 3 strikeouts in a row from Collette. 9 team strikeouts for Evansville in this game. They have 1 run on 4 hits, 1 error. Gateway, 7 runs, 10 hits, no errors. Lineup turns over. Here's David Mendham. 2 for 2. Couple of singles and a walk. Here's the pitch to him. Fastball high. And the other 2 games that are worth tuning into in the East Division don't start until 5 p.m. today. That's Eastern time, though, so only in about 50 minutes. Next pitch at the knees to Mendham, a strike. Didn't like the call, but it's 1-1. Happy God's Day, Sunday. Great day to go read your Bible if you haven't already. The pitch. And it's a fastball that misses in. 2 balls and a strike. A lot of churchgoers here in Evansville. We are in Bible country. The Bible Belt, I believe, is the correct terminology. You all knew what I meant. Here's the 2-1. Breaking ball drops in for a strike, and the count is 2-2. But hope you're all having a blessed and wonderful day. The sun is out. The sky is still blue, so can't complain. The 2-2 lifted down the left field line. And this is out of play. And how lucky are we that we get to spend our Sundays listening to the Evansville Otters. Not sure if they'll have the juice to come back in this one, but still overall it's going to go on being a great homestand. The 2-2 misses low and in. Mendham calling for time. Now digs back in. Collette comes to the set. The right-hander steps and deals the payoff. Mendham fouls it away. Out of play, and we have another 3-2 coming. Gateway will travel to Lake Erie after this to play the Crushers early next week. Then they'll be back at home to close out the campaign against Florence. Excuse me. Next pitch line back to the screen. Another 3-2. And then they will most likely have a home playoff spot in a single elimination game against either Lake Erie or Schaumburg. Still up for grabs for the 3 seed. 3-2 pitch to Mendham. Misses downstairs, he walks. Another great at-bat by David. He's reached all 4 times today. Can't beat that. And now coming to bat, it's Gary Mattis. Righty on righty matchup. Mattis 0 for 2 with a walk. The pitch to him. Breaking ball, drops in for a strike 1. Saw Gary hanging out with Randy Bednar for the game today in the clubhouse. The Otters have a really cool clubhouse. It's got that old school vibe to it. The 0-1 swung on and missed, but when you walk in there, it just feels right. Collette deals. 0-2 grounded through the left side. Base hit for Mattis. Back-to-back runners with 2 outs here in the 7th. And the inning stays alive for Paven Parks. Parks 0 for 3, a hat trick of strikeouts here today. Trying to flip the script and turn things around. It's 7-1 Gateway. Parks batting left-handed. Collette gets the sign. Now he comes to the set. Glove at the belt. A look to second, he deals. Parks takes a breaking ball down the middle for strike 1. Paven has come through with a few really big hits throughout this series, including on Friday night. Had a 3-run homer, 5 RBI against Gateway. Next pitch to him misses downstairs, and on this homestand, Paven has 3 home runs. 1 against each team that the Otters have seen. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Parks behind on a fastball. 93 miles an hour on the gun from Collette. Infield playing back, outfield playing deep. Collette comes to the set. He deals. And we have time called. Pitch clock violation. Would have been a ball anyways. And we'll do it at 2-2. The deuces are wild to Parks. Mattis on first, Mendham on second. And it's Giovanni DiGiacomo on deck should it come to that point. Now the 2-2 pitch from Collette. Breaking ball high, it's now full. Collette struck out the first two guys of the inning, setting down Justin Felix and Clayton Keys, but he has labored to the last three batters. Collette had 42 pitches out of the pen. He deals. And Parks lines it back to the screen, stays alive. Righty on lefty matchup. Wind blowing out to left, the pitch. Parks lines one out toward the right center gap. That's going to get down for a base hit. Cut off in center by Brannon. Scoring is Mendham. Stopping at third is Mattis. And it's an RBI single for Pavin. Gets the job done. And that's three base runners in a row for Evansville.
Number 10, Giovanni DiGiacomo.
And now it's Giovanni DiGiacomo coming to bat. Trying to keep the rally going. Evansville scoring its first run since the first inning. The pitch, and Giovanni fouls it away.
That overhead foul ball is brought
Well, you
to you
can't
by
get them all
Heads
back with one swing of the bat.
Choose the best.
7-2 score. Gateway leading in the seventh, but if you can string together quality ABs and pick up a couple of more base hits, you can inch closer and closer. The 0-1 outside. Colin Sullivan, the starter, going 5 innings today, throwing over 95 pitches. And Zach Smith throwing almost 100 pitches in just 4 innings. The 1-1 line back to the screen. So both bullpens have had to get pretty active today. John Beamer out of the pen for Evansville, as well as Jacob Meyer. Collette, the only guy to pitch so far for Gateway, but we'll see what that tank looks like for him. This might be his final inning. Collette ready. Works on the first base side of the mound. He deals. And this is fouled away. 1-2
Hey, Manny.
to DiGiacomo.
Overhead foul ball is brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it.
Final home game here at 2024. And the pitch. Breaking ball, grounded foul to the first base side. Giovanni stays alive. Had to get one last Ben's pretzel before the game started today. It was delicious. And the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, inning over. Evansville gets one back. Pavin Parks with an RBI single. And it's Gateway 7, the Otters 2 after 7 on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network. Alex Valdez on the pitch. And we're in the 8th inning. 7-2 Gateway over Evansville. First pitch at the knees, a strike. 0-1 the count. DJ Stewart batting. 2 for 4. And 5 for 12 in the series. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Valdez 6'2", 200 pounds from Las Matas in the Dominican Republic. The 0-2. And it's shot toward first. On a bounce, Mendham has it. He'll run it to first himself, 1 out. Final line for Jacob Meyer. 1 1/3 inning scoreless. Gave up 2 walks, a hit by pitch, 1 K, no hits. So here comes Kevin Krause. Krause has walked twice today. The right-hander, Valdez, winds and deals. This pitch is lined back to the screen. And the count is 0-1. Valdez spent the last 2 seasons in the American Association. Played with the Kansas City Monarchs. He deals. This is lined down the right field line. Slicing foul. And it's 0-2 to Krause. 2022, he had 8 1/3 innings of work, a 1.08 ERA. Last year, the numbers were a little inflated. But Andy McCauley able to snatch him up this year, and his 0-2. Lifted out toward right field. Mattis ranging over, makes the catch. Well, he's been a delight to watch in his early Otters tenure.
Shortstop, 18.
And here comes the shortstop, Dale Thomas, to bat. Valdez, a 4-seam fastball, 2-seam fastball, and a slider. Just a 1.64 ERA this season. 11 innings under his belt. He deals. Fastball misses away, and the count is 1-0. The wind in the pitch. Here's a line shot out towards second, past Amani Larry. This goes into right field for a base hit for Thomas. Extends his hit streak to 4 games. And the inning continues here in the 8th. 7-2 Gateway over Evansville, and it's Kyle Goodell coming to bat. Goodell grounded out his last time up, the pitch to him. Looks at it low. Valdez's last appearance earlier this series against Gateway on the 23rd. That was Friday night. 1 2/3 innings, giving up a run on 3 hits, 2 Ks. He deals. Swung on, another line drive to right field. Back-to-back base hits, going up to third, Thomas. And he will go in sliding, but the throw cut off in the infield. Runners at the corners now, and here comes Cole Brandon.
Center fielder 5, Cole Brandon.
Gateway 7, Evansville 2 here in the final home game of the year. If the Otters lose today, it will be loss number 50 on the season. The pitch, low and inside. Count is 1-0 to Brandon. Brandon's had a nice day today. 2 for 3, a solo homer, an RBI single, a walk. Here's his 1-0. Nubbed it foul to the third base side. Valdez at the set. The right-hander's pitch. Swung on and missed. And it's a 1-2 count now to Brandon. Well, Valdez, if he comes back to Evansville next year, which he is planning on doing so, may end up being more of a closer for the Otters. He was supposed to be Evansville's closer this year. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Runners stranded at the corners, and we're through 7.5 here at Bosse Field. Gateway 7, Evansville 2. Delvin Zinn leading it off, and he takes a strike from Caleb Hill. New arm for Gateway, relieving Keegan Collette, the count 0-1. Bottom of the 8th inning, 7-2, Gateway over Evansville. The left-hander kicks and deals, and his pitch from the stretch drops in for a strike, quickly 0-2 to Zinn. Zinn snapped his 0-for-21 streak at the plate his last time up, 1-for-2 with an RBI today. The pitch to him. Fastball upstairs, back to the screen. Hill at the set, the pitch. Grounder hit out towards second, and it'll get through for a base hit. Past the outstretched Gabe Holt.
Third baseman.
Now coming to the plate, it'll be J.J. Cruz. Gateway, 7 runs, 12 hits, no errors. Evansville, 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. The pitch looked at for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Hill, a 2-seam fastball, cutter, slider, and a change. He deals, and this is tapped foul to the first base side. It's quickly 0-2. Hill played 1 year collegiately at Georgia Gwinnett College. Faced Evansville yesterday, going 2/3 of an inning. Gave up a hit, struck out 2 with a walk. At the set, he deals. Line back to the screen, another 0-2 count for Cruz coming. Infield at double play depth, outfield playing medium deep. Hill sets and deals. Swing and a miss. That'll send up Amani Larry. One out here in the 8th inning. 7-2 Gateway. Amani 0 for 3 this afternoon. We have time called. Pitch clock resets. Well, everyone's ready anyways. The 0-1, rather the first pitch, misses inside, and the count is 1-0. Hill sets and deals. Swung on, popped up. First base side, foul territory. Goodell ranging over, now comes back and leans over, makes the catch. A nice play by the first baseman. And he retires Larry for out number 2 and foul ground.
Number 5, Justin Felix.
Now coming to bat, Justin Felix. Runner on first for Evansville, bottom of the 8th inning. Felix fouls the first pitch away. And this is out of play, 0-1.
In case you didn't know by now,
Felix 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts.
Heads Construction. Choose the best, Maddie, and never regret it.
This Gateway pitching staff has racked up 11 Ks this afternoon. The next offering on the outside corner, a strike. It's quickly 0-2. Hill sets. And the pitch is outside and high. 82-mile-per-hour breaking ball. And we'll do it at 1-2. Felix entered today batting .200 on the season. 4 homers, 12 RBI. Here's the 1-2. Line back to the screen. Felix stays alive. Hill ready at the belt. He deals. Felix swings and misses for the 4th time today. And he strikes out to end the inning. Runner stranded on first for Evansville. 7-2 Gateway. We're heading to the 9th. Top of the 9th inning, Tyler Ross taking over duties on the mound. First pitch, a ground ball. Hit down the first baseline. Mendham picks it up, steps on the bag, And he's got one pitch, one out. Mateo retired. And the lineup turns over. Here comes the second baseman, Gabe Holt. Gateway 7. And Evansville 2. Righty on lefty matchup. Ross, the tall right-hander, winds and fires. And it's in there, a strike. The count is 0-1. Well, Ross, coming off the injured list not too long ago. He offers up, and it's taken low, a ball in the dirt. But Ross, into his 6th appearance of the year. Just his 2nd time out of the pen, the pitch. And this is hit foul. A 1-0 win-loss record, 16 2/3 innings, an 8.10 ERA. Four-seam fastball, cutter, slider change in the arsenal. Relieving Alex Valdez, who threw a scoreless inning in the 8th. Ross into the motion. Here's his pitch. Fastball slapped out towards short, toward third. Zinn with a backhand. Throw to first. Not in time. Holt able to beat out the infield hit.
Left fielder,
And that'll bring up Victor Castillo. It's been a long day here at the ballpark. We have eclipsed the 3-hour marker in regard to game time. It's been a long series. Evansville had their shortest game of the year on Thursday against Windy City, 2 hours and 2 minutes. First pitch to Castillo, swung on and missed. He was behind on a fastball. And this has been one of the longest series of the year against Gateway. Ross ready at the set. The right-hander deals. And it's in there for a strike. Yesterday's game, 2 hours and 53 minutes. And Friday night, 2 hours and 51 minutes. The 0-2 coming. Called strike 3. Castillo knew it.
That's a Sherman American Bank.
That's the 17th K of the year for Tyler Ross.
Designated hitter
And now he will
Peter
face
Zimmerman.
Peter Zimmerman, the designated hitter. Righty on righty matchup. Runner on first, 2 outs. And Ross at the set, kicks and deals the first pitch. Zimmerman late on a fastball, 0-1. Seven to 2 Gateway. Here in the series finale, the final home game of 2024. The 0-1. Swung on, launched high and deep to left. Backing up is DiGiacomo, makes the running catch. A nice play from the left fielder, battling the sun to retire the side. We'll take it to the bottom of the 9th. 7 to 2 Gateway, one last chance for the Otters. Greg Vales taking over on the mound in place of Caleb Hill. And Vales will try to slam the door here in the ninth inning. A 5-run Gateway lead. It's 7-2, and batting is Clayton Keys. Taps the first pitch, a swinging bunt down the first baseline. Picked up by Kevin Kraus. Throws to first. One pitch, one out. That'll turn the lineup over. Here comes David Mendham. He's had a good day today, reaching base all 4 times.
Number 34, David Mendham.
The Otters will in all likelihood drop the series finale today and close out this homestand with a series loss. But remember, back to begin this thing last weekend against Florence, took 2 out of 3 games. First pitch to Mendham, low and away, 1-0. And then they swept Windy City during the midweek series. So the Otters will finish the 9-game homestand 6-3, the 1-0. Swung on, launched high and deep toward the left center gap. That's going to get down. Mendham rounding first, he'll head to second. Picked up by the wall by Castillo. And it's a double. Mendham with a 3-for-3 game. He's reached base all 5 times. He has had a plate appearance today. 21st double of the season for David. And now it's Gary Mattis coming to bat. What a roller coaster it's been for Evansville this year. They've had a better home record than road record. First pitch to Gary. Squares the bunt, pulls it back. Low and away, a fastball, 1-0. This year, while playing at home, the Otters, after the loss today, will drop to 25-21. Now the 1-0 delivery. Swung on a ground ball. Fair ball. Oh my goodness! You have got to be kidding me, Darnell Ray. Oh my goodness, he called it a foul ball. And that is one of the worst calls I've seen all season long. You could see the white chalk spring up, and that is ridiculous. Unbelievable. That is unacceptable. A terrible call. And it costs the Otters a run. I have never seen anything so egregious. Wow. That was as clear as day, a fair ball. Now the 1-1. And it bounces in the other's batter's box. 2 balls and a strike. Would have been extra bases for Gary. Instead, it's a 2-1 count. Runner still on second. 1 out here in the 9th. The pitch. Check swing. A strike. Pitch at the bottom of the zone, and it's 2-2. I would be livid if I'm Gary Mattis. The pitch. Breaking ball. Little bit high. May have gotten a hitter-friendly call that time to attempt to make up for Darnell Ray's mistake at third. Well, now it's a full count. At the set, here's the pitch. Ball 4.
That's it to your head. Sidewalk Cafe and Bar. Designated hitter, number 11.
So here's Paven Parks now. And the right-hander, after giving up a double, has walked Mattis. 1 out here in this 9th inning. 7-2, Gateway over Evansville. The pitch. Parks takes outside. Haven with an RBI single this last time up. Gage Vales. At the set, the right-hander's pitch. Grounded through the right side, base hit. Mattis leaps over the ball as it goes into right. Holding up at third, Mendham. And the bases are loaded for Evansville. So we'll have time called, and here comes Kevin Kraus, the catcher, wants a word with Gage Vales. Vales pitching already earlier this series and seeing Evansville for the second time this weekend. Vales pitched on Friday night, going 2/3 of an inning, giving up a run on 1 hit, 1 walk, and 1 K. Vales, a 4-seam fastball, slider, and a changeup. Bases loaded. 1 out in the 9th. And the pitch is fouled away to the left side, out of play.
That overhead foul ball brought
Count is
to you
0-1 to
by
Giovanni
Hess
DiGiacomo.
Construction. Choose the best.
Giovanni
Never
came on as a pinch hitter in the 6th inning for Evansville. Walked his first plate appearance, struck out in the 7th. The 0-1. Fastball misses inside, and the count is 1-1. Now the next pitch. Swung on, a ground ball hit to first. Fielded by Goodell. He'll run it to first to beat Giacomo to the bag. It's a fielder's choice RBI. Mendham comes in to score for the 3rd time today.
Shortstop.
He has scored all 3 runs for Evansville. Up to third is Mattis. On second, Parks. And the Otters down to their final out. Here comes Delvin Zinn. Zinn 2 for 3 this afternoon, an RBI and 2 singles. He's put the ball in play, all plate appearances. The pitch to him. Takes a breaking ball at the knees for a strike. Second and third for Evansville. 7-3 Gateway. We're in the 9th. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball misses outside. Vales, the right-hander, sets. The pitch. Broken bat hit by Zinn, back to the mound. Backhanded by Vales. He'll throw to first, and that's your ball game. Evansville drops the series finale, the rubber match to Gateway, and the final home game of 2024. And your final score at Bosse. The Grizzlies 7, the Otters 3. Final score today here at Bosse Field on this Sunday matinee. Gateway 7, Evansville 3. And the Grizzlies come back after dropping the series opener to win the series against Evansville, taking the rubber match. And it was really Gateway the whole way through. They opened the scoring in the first inning. Evansville matched with one in the first on a leadoff single from David Mendham, then a sacrifice fly from Delvin Zinn. In the fourth inning, Gateway took the lead on a solo homer from Cole Brannon. Then they scored 4 runs in the fifth inning, highlighted by an RBI single from Peter Zimmerman, an RBI double from DJ Stewart, an RBI base hit from Cole Brannon, and an RBI fielder's choice also in the inning for the Grizzlies, and that ended up propelling them ahead 6-1. They added another in the sixth inning to make it 7-1. Evansville answered in the seventh to make it 7-2. And that was thanks to a walk from David Mendham. 2 batters later, Paven Parks hit an RBI single back up the middle to score David. And then Evansville finalizing the scoring in the ninth, a Mendham double. And then later in the frame, a fielder's choice RBI from Giovanni DiGiacomo. And again, Evansville falling in the final home game of the 2024 season. Final box score: Gateway 7 runs, 6 earned, 13 hits, no errors, 14 left on. And Evansville 3 runs, all earned, 8 hits, 1 error, 11 left on. The Otters left 21 men on base in the last 2 games of the series. And taking the loss today, Zach Smith drops to 7-7 on the year, 4 innings, 6 runs, 5 earned on 7 hits, 7 Ks, and 2 walks. With the win, Colin Sullivan moves to 9-5, went 5 innings, giving up just a run on 3 hits, 6 Ks, and 3 walks. With the win, Gateway secures the number 2 seed in the West Division, and they move up to 56-33. With the loss, Evansville drops to 41-50. 1,024 people came out to see this one. 3 hours and 15 minutes, your final game time. Final score, once again, Gateway 7, Evansville 3. It's been fun here at Bosse Field this year, and the Evansville Otters will finalize their final 5 games of 2024 on the road. They'll have an off day tomorrow, and then you can catch the Otters on Flow Sports and the Otters Digital Network with a new series beginning on Tuesday against the Schaumburg Boomers. 6:30 Central Time, first pitch opening on Tuesday, and we hope to see you there. Hope you enjoyed the ride today. This is Kyle Chandler saying thanks again, and please enjoy your off day tomorrow. Stay safe, everybody, and God bless.